Hey Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our mid-month reading and we're covering April. And yes, you heard that right. It is literally halfway through the month now. I can't believe that. I never can believe that. But let's go ahead and see what you guys have to say. Just remember, this is a general reading. So if it doesn't resonate, totally okay. Just leave it for those that need to hear it and come back next month. But try to place the information that I do give you in a way that makes the most sense in your life. So it could be a different topic altogether, but the theme is there. So just remember that when you're listening to this reading. But let's go ahead and see what your guides have to say. So we have vitality, joy, collaboration, productivity, hope, readjustment. Okay, I feel like you're opening up to other people. I feel like you're like broken away from something. Different options, readjustment, yeah, hope. Collaboration, productivity. Yeah, there's just new happiness. There's a change. There's a new chapter happening for a lot of you guys. I don't know why I'm feeling a relationship aspect might be part of this. And it could be friendships. It could be coworkers. It's just like there's people involved that made you like almost like you're taking a big breath in this halfway through this month. That's the energy that I'm getting. Like a big breath in. Clear out the clutter. That makes sense. Frog spirit. That makes a lot of sense. So there is this like letting go of something, moving away from something. There's just you've done a lot of work right now in this month. So I if you need a break and a vacation, I give you that. I give you permission to just disconnect from everything because I'm getting like again the breath of like like I can't believe I went through that already and it's only halfway through the month. That's energy that I'm getting. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. So what's going on that's what's going on internally. Let's see what that actual message is. So we do have the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and Page of Wands. So yeah, there's a sense of mourning and grief internally that you've kind of like are going through still. Like the past kind of has triggered you in ways like almost like there's a trigger of something that's happened recently, triggered something that happened even further down in the past because you're remembering like, oh, this is very similar to my trauma. Like almost like, why do I keep putting myself in this situation? Page of Wands. The clutter that you're clearing has kind of sparked something. So this is a messenger. This is a messenger of like adventure, enthusiasm, fire. There's something that's pushing you forward, like hope, readjustment, collaboration, productivity, vitality, joy. Whatever you went through, like I see you, your guides see you, but you're almost like out of that funk. I feel like you guys are moving on to bigger and better things. I see the joy and happiness because you're like your head's high, like you're moving forward from that. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, strength, high priestess, the lovers, beautiful things because you are handling this the way that you are. And I think you need to give yourself a pat on the back because of that. There's so much strength that you are exuding, the grace that you're giving yourself. That's strength. The realization, your intuition is on point now. I feel like you are seeing things like, okay, I see that like 10 miles away. I'm not going near it. And there is a harmony within yourself, given the way that you're handling everything, clearing the clutter. Like you're seeing things. There's perspective, hope. Yeah, there's harmony right now within yourself, and it feels messy because I see that there is like messiness to it. But like I feel like you're content with that. You're just like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's fine. It happened. I'm gonna keep moving forward. So that is beautiful. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the career aspect of things. The Weaver, rediscovery and transition. Yeah, there is so much change. Collaboration. I'm getting a sense that like you're transitioning to the next phase now. With the work, rediscovery. Again, like that Page of Swords and Page of Wands coming in. It's the fire, something that's sparking your fire. Maybe like you let go of your job a little bit and focused on something else. Like not that you let go of your job, you're still in it, but you weren't focused. You weren't as focused and didn't find a passion because your energy was going somewhere else. It almost feels like there was something toxic or chaotic that was happening that was taking up some of your time and you weren't feeling as productive as you were. But there is like a rediscovery. Maybe you're transitioning to the next job. There's something beautiful within this energy. So we don't see hopping ahead. This is the message. This is the message. It's not what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. So we have the Chariot. 10 of Pentacles, yes. And the Death card. Absolutely. Yeah. So this is your guides validating you within this career aspect, the rediscovery. You have literally put to rest something that's happened in the past. This is a rebirth. So you might still be in the same career, but like you are the new you within this career. But you could also have changed jobs. You could have gone somewhere else, gotten like a completely different passion project. But 10 of Pentacles in the Chariot, there is momentum. You have planted seeds, a hope, readjustment, collaboration, productivity, vitality, joy. Something is like you have made moves. You have done exactly what you needed to do to get to the place that you are now. And that's momentum. And it's going to keep pushing you forward because I see 10 of Pentacles. This is stability. This is something that's going to bring you the stability that you've been wanting. And it doesn't have to be like the most amazing like financial decision of your life, but you are stable within yourself. It could be both. But just so you know, that's like have this resonate in the way that makes the most sense. But like your guides see that like you have a rebirth happening here with the Death card. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck: Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. So there's an opportunity, whatever momentum is moving forward, there's an opportunity for you to learn something new and like it is something that's divinely given. So it's an opportunity that's coming your way where maybe like the spark of passion is some new knowledge, where there's just a new opportunity for you to do more within like your realm of knowledge. Like there's something within that. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, so emotional fulfillment, Sword of Truth. There's just like so much Sword of Truth here. Like you are in the momentum that whatever you're moving forward in this new transition, rediscovery, and maybe there's some fear behind like you kind of taking a step in the new direction and clearing out the clutter. You might have like left your job altogether, but there's a sense of like you knowing what you want, the direction is there, the emotional fulfillment is there. It's the lesson that you're going through, and the Knight being there, this is like the lesson. This is the next phase. Like you're moving up in the world. You're getting there. That's the energy that I'm getting, is like you're getting there. And if there's some form of hesitation or anything like that, just know like I'm also getting a sense of collaboration with other people. And maybe someone helped you get to this place. Maybe there was talking, maybe someone like kind of led you into this like field or whatever the case may be. But like know that you're not alone, and you have like the support in a back, like someone to go back to and kind of like express your feelings about with them, and to have them reassure you that you're in the right position in your life. But there is like a sense of momentum where you are transition. There's definitely a big change happening within your career aspects, but I think is still beautiful, even though I know for a lot of you it might be scary. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in the relationship aspect. Maybe a lot of you guys don't really care too much about work. Maybe the relationship aspect is more important, and that could be fair, because I am getting like there's something going on with a sigh of relief when it comes to relationships. And again, this doesn't have to be a partner, it could be friends, it could be family. The mirror reflect. I hold the mirror up to see, accept, and love all of me. Oh, yeah. So I'm definitely getting like there was a breakup. I think you finally saw that you needed to leave. I don't think you guys did that. So for those of you that are in a relationship that's, you know that there's a future and like you don't want to walk away from this, and it's going to take work. There's a bump in the road right now. And I think like communication, I also see like therapy might be needed just to be able to have your point of view come across, because I feel like you're not being seen. And that's a valid feeling. And I feel like your partner will be receptive, just doesn't know how to. That's the energy that I'm getting. But there's a lot of you guys that kind of gone through a breakup right now and just like completely like pulled away from this because it wasn't vibing with you, and you weren't feeling 100% in this because like it was all about this person, and like you didn't feel seen and you didn't love yourself. I feel like you lost yourself within this relationship, and that's the energy. Like you weren't putting in a lot of energy within this. It's more the relationship aspect. So that makes sense right now. That definitely, yeah. Yeah. I feel like another earth sign got some of the same cards. So we have the Emperor, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so there was a breakup, 100%. Nine of Swords being here. But your energy is the Emperor. Like, that's what I'm getting right now. I feel like you're solid within yourself and you know who you are, and you're like, I lost myself for a second. I need to come back. But there's definitely a breakup. Something that was like key. Like, there was so much anxiety within this relationship. Like, your guys want you to know that that was not meant for you. But what they want you to know, like, there's an opportunity that's coming your way. And it is for you to take or not to take, but something that's going to emotionally fulfill you. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a person. I just want you to remember that. It could be like an opportunity to travel, but like whatever right now in your phase in your life that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, it's going to come, and it's divinely given because they see what you went through. They see that you've grown for that, because I feel like you cut the cord and you were like, I'm done. And because your guides saw you do that, they're like, yes, that was what you were supposed to do. Let me hand you this. If you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Star. There is something that is going to be again, second divinely handed thing, like something that's going to bring you stability, and it could be a person. And I see Page of Pentacles, messenger, bringing you news of stability, fortune. I feel like a lot of you guys might be focused on like bringing the work aspect back, and I feel like that's going to flip flop, because I feel like that's going to be giving you more passion than anything else. But the Star, there is a renewed hope. There is faith. I just see a lot of you guys might take a break from that just because of kind of like what you've gone through. Man, I kind of almost want to see what message your guides have from this person. And I just have a feeling. I wish things could be different. Yeah. I think this person is really like wanting you back in their life. And I don't think they realize that they need to change. And that's what's killing me, because I think you've had a lot of conversations about that and I don't feel like they necessarily feel like they need to change. And again, like, this brought you anxiety because you lost yourself within this and you work very hard. I feel like you put in 100 and try to keep this situation because you really do care about this person. I feel like you really love them. And they were like, they loved you, but they didn't feel like they needed to do any work. I feel like you did a lot of work on yourself in order to keep this relationship, and they did nothing. And it's not about like them not doing anything. Like, I feel like, yeah, they go to the store, but they're not seeing you fully, if that makes sense. And then they tell you you're the problem, but it's not, you're valid in the way that you feel and what you want. And if they can't change to meet you, then it just was a mismatch. And I think just realizing that and accepting that is kind of hard. But I see that you have grown from it. Like, you see yourself now, and you see that you're worth someone changing, Like, and no one has to necessarily change, but every relationship we have to change a little bit, because no one's going to like accept all of our like not good sides. We need to become better people for ourselves and for our partner. So there has to be some kind of change. We're not perfect. You know what I mean? And I see the hope, the renewed hope, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. I see opportunities coming your way. And I just think a lot of you guys might be focused on something else rather than a relationship, but you do have an option to bring another person in, or anything else that will 100% emotionally fulfill you. So keep your eye out for that. Again, we all have free will. So whatever you are ready for, whatever you are kind of emotionally ready to be open to, is what's important. So if this did resonate, definitely like and subscribe. Definitely leave a comment so someone else can see like, hey, like, I'm not alone, and build that community, because it's so important to not feel alone in the world, and especially when it's so hard to just be an adult in it. But thank you guys for coming back. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.